Yuck to Vulcan. Alright, well, today was the day that I started my box squats. And I'll show you my setup here. So I put the spotter arms on the inside. Doesn't necessarily have to be on the inside of the rack, but that's what I did. Kind of got my height. Now, as you'll see in these body squats here, that I'm not really low enough. It's still quite high up. So next time I'm going to drop it another level down. So that's 2 inches down. That's the nice thing about the setup is whatever height you set the spotter arms, then you put the utility bench. The utility bench I can get from Bells of Steel, or I think Rep Fitness sells. I don't know who else sells it, but I know those two companies do. So, or you can just make it, get some wood and put it across and then put something that can brace. What I'm doing right now, I'm stretching out my shoulders because my shoulders are quite tight and it's hard to get in a low bar position. So I just kind of hang there for a bit, hang out, let the shoulders kind of loosen up until it gets into the position. You can see here I'm having kind of trouble figuring out the space. It's not like a lot of room when you have the utility bench in there and the J-hooks stick out. So you can see though at the end I get my spatial distances all worked out. But yeah, so next time I'm going to lower it down a couple inches. You could raise it up. You can use these utility benches as plyo boxes that are changeable. You can raise them and lower them. You can also put them the other way on the rack, not flat so you can sit up, but and make kind of a wall so you can throw some balls against. These utility benches are really versatile. If you're into stone lifting or into sandbags, you can use that as a platform that you lift the weight up to that level and then just place it on the platform. It's a pretty cool thing. Like I said, Bells of Steel or Rep Fitness or wherever else, or DIY. DIY works just as good. You can use it for seal rows as well. It's pretty versatile piece. So I'm kind of a little bit embarrassed showing you these squats because I only go up to 135, which is pretty light, but it is what it is. And see, my dog's not impressed. She decides she's not impressed with my squats either, so she lifts. But yeah, you can see I'm starting to get the spatial part of it down, figuring out where I need to stand, how far back I have to go. But it's good to be able to do some squats. As I'm recording this voiceover, my knees feel pretty good, so I'm really happy with that. I did both squats today, and you'll see I did hip cleans as well, which a little bit ago that I just couldn't do it. It wasn't doable. So I'm going to progress. I have to think about how I'm going to progress the weight because this is not really enough to form a stimulus to get gains from it. My body, doesn't really think it needs to build muscle based on this kind of stimulus that I give it. So I don't want to hang around here too long, but I also want to be kind to my knees. So I'll try to ride that line, try to find that sweet spot of progressing, but still respecting my knee problems. And but it's good. It felt really nice to be squatting again, and looking forward to doing more of it. I'm only doing 3 reps instead of what was typical for me was 5. Trying to keep the volume down a little, just for my knee health's sake. So we'll see how it all plays out. That's my plan here. You'll see as I set up for my shoulder presses that I don't put the utility bench away right away. The reason I'm showing that is because in order to save time in the gym when you're going out, working out, sometimes it's good to leave things and then put things back in between your sets. And you'll see I put the utility bench here after the set. It's good to, while you're resting anyways, maybe do a little more active rest, especially at the warm-up, because you're not getting tired. Then put the stuff away. So a little pro tip on how to manage your time a little more effectively. Shoulder presses, so this is my heavy one, so I'm alternating between light and heavy. If you guys remember who watched last time, you can see I still haven't put away my spotter arms, which I'll do, I think, after this set. But yeah, my shoulder press, heavy, and then the lights, I'm doing it with axle bar instead of the barbell. And they went pretty good today. I'll show you the mistake I made. You can tell I work out in the morning of all the mistakes I made. Obviously, my mind's kind of still half asleep. There's no mistake here. This was a solid set. And the mistake, I think, if I remember correct, was on this set. So let's just make sure before I explain the mistake, if I did make the mistake, when I goes back to seeing how much weight's on there. Yeah, so I was supposed to go to 180 and do 180, but I put 190 on. Now, as you can see, I was still able to bust out 5 of those, but as I was doing this, I was kind of wondering why this felt heavy. I thought I was a bit weaker today. So I show the moment that I figured it out, did calculations. It was right here. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That was the wrong one. So I took the 10s off that I put on the ends and put the 5s on. So, yeah, little bloopers. Yeah, it happens, I guess. Especially to me, for some particular reason. And yeah, so I finished off this exercise, did this one, and then one more set. And shoulders are feeling pretty good. My right one, that's the trouble shoulder. It's not 100%. It's still every once in a while will wake me up at night. But it is what it is. And I'm hoping the heavy light will help address that. And I've changed my bench press. The bench press is what really kind of sets it off. You can see this was a little bit of a grind. My knees were shaking like Elvis on the Ed Sullivan show. But yeah, that went well. The hip cleans went quite well today. Feeling pretty good. Start off with just the bar here. One thing I did want to bring up with these hip cleans is you'll see that I use, instead of the iron plates, I use the bumper plates. Now, that makes sense in the sense that if I was doing full cleans from the ground and dropping it, you want to use bumper plates, not iron plates, to do that. But I'm not doing that. I'm doing hip cleans, so it never lands on the ground, and I have J-cups, obviously, as you can see, to set it down on. So why am I still using, I guess that's an iron plate, but for the big weights, why am I still using bumper plates? Well, if you look on the inside of the bumper plates, the metal part, it's a lot more curved on the edges. And so there's kind of some marks happening on the golden part of my barbells here because I've been using the iron plates for my Penley rows, and then there's other people that work out here and they've been using iron plates for their hang cleans. But I think I'm gonna tell them to use this because I think it's a little more gentle on the bar itself. It's designed to be dropped so as to not mar up the barbell sleeves themselves. So another little pro tip, I guess, if you got the option, if you have it, then use the bumper plates even while doing hang cleans and things that you're not dropping on the ground. Doing bench press, squats and stuff, use the iron plates, or you can use bumper plates too, but it's not fast enough to worry about marring up the sleeves. So my cleans went well. I tried to, you can see I'm not jumping very high, but I tried to create a strong impact when I hit the ground and to maybe stimulate my knee to heal a bit quicker. But yeah, I was happy with that. And that is basically the end of my workout. So thanks for sharing it with us. Peace.